What does that smell?
I like the old beer.
Oh, the Miller Lite sign?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of my roommates. I moved
dope.
in August, so like none of this shit's mine.
Damn, man, you got to move out that quickly?
It sucks balls, dude.
That really blows. What was the best night you guys had here?
It's the Nigel Roxbury podcast night. Honestly, I bet it's gonna be this Saturday. I think a lot of people are coming to the party.
Is this kind of the last hoorah?
We're throwing it because we're pissed.
Right.
Or because we're angry.
We're angry. We're angry young men.
That's probably not the best reason to throw a party, but it probably will prompt the most drunkenness. You guys both got wifey. I'm only single man.
I was single
on
when
the
I
pod.
was your age.
Listen, 27, man. You don't want a girlfriend.
Yeah, you gotta wait till you're 28.
Okay, gotcha.
28 and a half. That's when I did it.
Word. I'll save myself for the next 11 months.
Saving yourself. All right.
Go out there, have a good time, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Fly in here.
It's like the Fly episode from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Worst episode ever, maybe.
Of the show, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes sage, though. He's bugging out. Get it?
That bug's always here. I have a video of it attacking me during the podcast. Yeah, legit. All right, so you guys want to get ready?
Yeah, man.
Ready, yeah.
Ooh, fuck. I always do this. There we go.
Oh, what a song.
Right? I feel like it kind of fit your vibe. I mean, I listen to your music, and then, I feel like your vibe's kind of like older hip-hop vibes a little bit. I mean, maybe not totally, but...
When people ask what I make, I say lo-fi rap and R&B.
Lo-fi rap and R&B.
And Lupe Fiasco is like sample-based rap, and yeah, so I love this album, man. Food and Liquor is one of my favorites.
Yeah, was this before The Cool or after The Cool?
This was his debut album.
Debut album?
Yeah, so 2006, I want to say. This is how Kanye discovered him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember back then being like, this dude's legit, and I feel like he just like fell off. I think it was like Lasers.
So yeah, he signed to that major label, and the Lasers album got delayed super hard, and he fell out with them, got off the major label, and then it just like his fucking stamina was stunted, like he didn't put out as much, and then his career was stunted as a case of that.
He was riding high, like Superstar, Kick Push. Yeah, Lupe Fiasco kind of fell off, but I bet he still has like an underground kind of following.
He's like put out more music lately, and he's forever known as such a fantastic lyricist, but he'll never have like that big hit.
No,
again.
I agree.
And I'm not sure he wants that either.
No,
I think he wants to stay low key.
Everyone does though. I bet if he had a hit, he'd be happy.
I don't mean to pocket watch, but I think he's doing okay financially, and he seems very like underground, heady, like kind of backpack rap forever.
I agree with that. But if you're still, I mean, I guess agree to disagree. But I feel like everyone deep down, even Nas, is like, I still want this to pop off.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest beef with Nas is his beat selection's always terrible, but it's gotten a lot better recently. Like he makes albums with Hit Boy now, who's like one of the best producers.
Yeah, I heard 2 new songs. I was like, oh, these are actually pretty fucking good.
His new album's sick. The song with Lauryn Hill is amazing.
Yeah,
yeah.
I knew the one with new one with ASAP. But anyway, without further ado, sorry, Fran, we kind of leaving you out in the intro.
No, not at all. This is great. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
You a rap guy?
No.
No.
That's why I had nothing to say.
What's your shit?
It's not interesting.
No, he likes like house music, and
I like house music. I'm all over the place, man. I like country music. I like a little bit of rap.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, anyway, we had to introduce. This is the first time I haven't just
Tangential.
introduced you right in the way.
Yeah.
So today we're joined by Nigel Roxbury. I found you on TikTok. Tell everyone a little about yourself.
Hey guys. So yeah, I guess my TikTok is like New York City shit. Just like all New York City history, recommendations, shit you should know, stuff like that.
That's kind of where I found you. I was with my girlfriend and she was watching TikTok, and it was like a list. It was like 10 bars for this, like 10 places to bring on to go on a date or something. And it was you doing it. And then like since then, like your videos I just couldn't keep popping up. And then I saw you do a video like day in the life of like a 27-year-old, blah 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 blah. So we watched those, and then I don't know. I saw you're getting some traction because like to me, the way I'd consider you is like a shit ton about New York City, but you're not from here.
No, I'm not from here. I moved to Hoboken in 2017.
From where? You grew up in?
So I grew up in Los Angeles. At 11, I moved to Austin, Texas. Parents split up. dad went to Austin, better public schools, went there. I went to college at Ithaca College in upstate New York, played basketball there. That's how I even found out what it was.
You played college basketball.
Yeah.
Respect.
So I played for I played for a year and a half. I quit for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to do music. 2, I wanted to go abroad. And a third reason, me and my coach just didn't get along. So
either way, dude, you got on a fucking team.
That's what got me there in the first place. And then kind of from there, I found my way in other avenues.
Damn. Yeah. That's a good story. LA to Austin, Texas, to playing college basketball in upstate New York, to Hoboken, and now you're on our couch in Brooklyn.
Yeah, man. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Hell yeah, I'm glad to
Thanks
hear.
for coming. Yeah,
and Fran's back, everybody. Everyone loves Fran.
We love Fran.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Glad you guys love me. I love you guys. I love you guys. And you guys.
And you too. Even you, yeah. Anyway, yeah, man, thanks for coming on.
Of course, man.
You're look, right now, I guess like my strategy is like I'm trying to get people on from like social media who have a following, who want to talk more about it. You know, I'm sure like there's people out there who like recognize who you are, they hear your recommendations, they see you on social media, but you know, I'm trying to let them know a little bit more like what started you.
To the meat. Yeah,
man. Meat and bones.
So how'd you get started on like TikTok?
So all right, so I already told Fran this, but so my real name is not Nigel Roxbury.
That was my next question.
My real name is Chris Murch, but I make music under Nigel Roxbury. So that's like where in college I started when I was 19 because I kind of had this passion void in my life, and that name derives from I grew up on Roxbury Street in Los Angeles, and then Nigel in my 17-year-old brain sounded good to it because I figured it would stick out. And I have heard that people like the name, so I just stuck with it. Sure, fine. And then, I started making music when I was 19. And then in September of 2020, I had this EP come out, this like 6-song EP. And I was thinking of ways I could promote it. I was actively a TikTok hater at the time because I was such a big Vine fan. So I had never downloaded it, never fucked with it. And then I did.
This was what year? I'm sorry.
This was September of 2020, so pandemic.
Okay,
like full on before vaccine pandemic.
That's when everyone got on fucking
pretty much.
Yeah. Crazy.
TikTok stonks went way up, but I figured, okay, why not try this promotional avenue? I had tried and failed at so many different things. Not necessarily failed, but like, you know, they say to do Facebook ads, they say to like run up Instagram, run up Twitter, like make music videos, these whole things. And I had never tried TikTok. So I was like, why not? And I also was a history minor in school. So I was a sports media major, history minor. So I'm a history nerd. And what happened was when I was 10 years old, I went to New York with my dad and my cousins, and I fell in love with the place. I've wanted to live there since then, but I asked my dad, I was like, hey, do you have any books like on New York City history? He's a history buff. He gave me like 15. So I read about it and just gradually like researched over the years, and all my favorite movies are based in New York. All my favorite TV shows are based in New York. So I'm just kind of like a New York nut. And so when I was given the opportunity to, you know, graduate from Ithaca College and explore jobs, I was really only exploring in Hoboken and in New York City. Hoboken, for those who don't know, is a cheap way to start in the area.
Oh yeah, it's basically like I live in Brooklyn now. I used to live in Hoboken. Mm-hmm. Same distance to Manhattan, basically.
Same distance. Areas. It is the 6th borough. I know New Jersey gets some hate.
It's ridiculous.
You guys are from there.
It's bullshit.
Hoboken, I understand a little bit of it. I don't understand Hoboken and Jersey City hate. No offense.
Oh, you understand what?
I understand a little bit of the Jersey hate.
You because of Hoboken?
No. So not Hoboken. Hoboken, not Jersey City.
You've
I know. I saw his face. I was like, I thought he was going to get up and punch me.
All right, everybody. That's the podcast. Thank you for coming, Nigel.
Oh, man. Here's what I will say about New Jersey is that drive into Hoboken, like that northern drive. Oh, my God.
With the cities on your right?
Where just the disgustingness is disgusting.
Oh, I was thinking I thought you were admiring it.
No. Man.
On the
smoke coming out of the
north going into the city.
Yeah, like the
past
factories,
the, oil
the
refineries.
Sopranos intro.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
But that's what makes it so special, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean,
No, it's not a good place. It's not where you wanna be. People don't even go to die there. You know what I mean? Like it's not. That's people just. You don't. You're either driving through there or you've been killed and you've been dumped there.
Oh, in that little area.
That stretch. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely toxic.
got way off topic. Anyway, moved to
No,
Hoboken.
that's on topic.
Moved to Hoboken. I had a job in Hoboken, so it made sense for me there. Get out of Hoboken, get a job in the city. Lived in Hell's Kitchen for 3 years. Now I'm in the Lower East Side. But I made this EP. I wanted to promote it. I knew a lot about New York history, right? So I figured I don't want to be in people's faces promoting this. I don't want to be the weird dude who's like rapping at the camera and shit. So I am going to put my music under New York City history videos, stuff I know about
Smart.
the city. Just another like kind of marketing strategy. And the video started accumulating a decent amount of views. I did a lot of like early on I'm a big Mafia fan, so I did a lot of like where Mafia guys were murdered, Mafia hangouts, things like that. What else did I do? I did like artist stuff. I love like pop culture and art history. So I did a lot of like Keith Haring and Basquiat shit. God, my mom's going to hate how much I'm cussing, but,
Okay. It's okay.
Our parents don't like it either.
yeah. But, no, man. And I would put my music under it and I would, I'd kind of be like at the end of the video, I'd pop up and say, hey, this is my new song. Go check it out. And it kind of turned into a whole other beast because I eventually started doing like recommendation videos, right? Eventually started doing like the day in the life stuff just because I really enjoy like creating content in general. And I work in social media as my 9 to 5 and I have been doing that for many years now. So it's kind of comes as second nature in a way, and to incorporate all aspects of what I like about New York City: history, bars, restaurants, museums, pop culture, significance, things like that. Like it's all kind of like all encompassing. And so, I mean, it's taken on something completely different from what I thought it would be, which is literally just promoting my music. And it's completely changed my life, which is very odd to say that an app can change your life.
Oh, for sure.
That is quite literally 2022 now.
Yeah, it's changed a lot of people's lives, I think.
It's changed. Yeah, TikTok is the one app where the growth potential is there's not really a barrier to it.
That's literally what
unless
it
you get
is.
shadow banned.
But yeah, exactly. But what is that growth exactly? Because I've seen it. It's obviously a little bit. It's different than what it is on Instagram, and I don't know if you know this, but why is it so much more exposure on TikTok than on your traditional social media platforms?
So I did talk to someone on TikTok when I was at my old company working social media, because we had an official page, verified page and everything. And they were saying that they bucket specific niches to specific audiences. And even if those audiences aren't following you, they are rabid fans. They consume that type of content all day long, right? So like for me, I was working at a European soccer media company. We were feeding them that. That's what spurs the following, right? I am doing New York City content. People that, search up the hashtag New York City, or they like or watch through.
Or are in New York City.
Or in New York City. Yeah. A, they know location. B, watch time is huge. Like and engagement is huge. And then hashtags are huge. But if they are in New York City and they like New York City content, they're more than likely going to see this UGG mug right here, which is great. But it's, and that's like kind of how you are allowed to grow. I mean, yes, like outside of New York, probably no one knows who the fuck I am, but kind of within this kind of ecosystem that I've created here, it's been great. And obviously we're in the biggest city in the United States, and and the media capital of the world. So
it's not a bad city for that to make your main thing.
Right. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not Coeur d'Alene, Idaho famous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like
plus you run out of restaurants really quick. It'd be tough.
It would be tough. Although the seafood I've heard there is banging.
In Idaho, yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
I've heard it's banging. Heard it's beautiful. Coeur d'Alene, hit me up.
Yeah.
Chamber of Commerce.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to speak for you, but like you could start traveling and going to fucking, I don't know. But like there's a lot you could do with like your main niche. But I was going to say props to you for like kind of diverging from your original plan a little bit to like seeing like, so you're doing something, you're doing this thing to promote your music. And then you saw a different avenue to get like views and stuff, and you're like, I'm gonna go that way too. So it's a good idea to like pivot sometimes.
Here was the thing, man, is that during the pandemic, especially pre-vaccine, boredom would completely set in on a daily basis, right? The way out of that for me was taking a city bike and just literally going anywhere. I used to ride from Hell's Kitchen to Red Hook to Bensonhurst back, just for no fucking reason at all. What I started doing was I started incorporating video ideas into it. Once I realized, like, look, promoting your music is cool. You've already run through your 6-song EP multiple times on multiple videos. Okay, start doing other music, but start doing other content as well. And, you know, I would just, out of pure need to get out of my cabin fever riddled apartment due to me just working and sleeping in there, would head out. And, you know, I knew so much already. Plus, I'm constantly researching. I'm just a big fan of learning in general. So, yeah, man, I just got out there and started doing it. And I'm really glad people like it.
Wow, dude, it's a good shit. So, like, one of my main questions was, a big part of your content, like you've already said, is like you'll put out lists of like bars of like top 10 bars for this, blah, blah, blah. You've named so many fucking bars.
Yeah.
Have you gone to every single one?
Dude, so people ask this all the time, and my internal organs 100% hate me so much. I don't know where this comes from, because my mom has been 36 years sober. My dad was a professional athlete, like not a big
What sport
drinker.
did you
He
play?
played tennis.
Sick.
Yeah. But I love like kind of hospitality and bars and like the service industry. I don't know why at all. Like, I just love restaurants and bars, but specifically dive bars. Like that, just being in a dive bar with a friend or even alone. Like, I was at the Richardson earlier, kicking it with the bartender, talking about literally nothing. But that is like where I feel home. So I would go, you know, when outside drinks were only allowed at some of these places, I would venture around to a lot of them as like a boredom thing. But, you know, I've been in the city now for a few years, and I always just made it my mission to, my thought process was never go out in the same neighborhood in back-to-back nights.
Wow.
So I would research great dive bars in Astoria, in Forest Hills, Queens, in Canarsie, in just like Red Hook, like all of these places. And I would just make it a mission to go there. I mean, a lot of my friends would be like, good fucking luck.
Would you go by yourself?
I would go by myself. Yeah.
Yeah?
Sorry, Mom. Yeah. And, dude, I just like,
good for you.
I
dude.
mean,
good for you. It takes a lot of confidence.
I don't have any fear. I don't have like social anxiety. Like, I have no fear about hitting, you know, people up like just that are sitting next to me and just being like, hey, what's up? I'm sure I've been very drunk and annoying, you know, at many points, but it's just a weird passion of mine is like dive bar culture, but also not even dive bars. Like, you know, and I've been dating in the city for a very long time. You know, who would have me, right? So like I've been on, you know, I do like the date spots just because I've been on a lot of them, and I never like to go to the same date spot because it's rude. B, they get to know you, and then they you know, give you the elbow. But C, you know, it's just it's good to keep a variety in that way.
What's your favorite date spot in New York City? If you had to pick one.
Oh man. All right. Putting you guys on. There's a small wine bar in the Lower East Side. It's like down low. It's called Jadi's, JADI''S. I mention it, no one knows what it is, but it is like so intimate, and just like the lighting's perfect. It's not that expensive. They have like tons of French wine, and they have like little snacks, right? So you're not like gorging on food.
I've been there.
You've been there.
I've been there.
Good.
I'm gonna go there.
Good. Bring your girl there. She'll love it.
I was gonna go with Fred. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
It was. You're right. It's fantastic, that place.
It's just good vibes all around.
There's a bar in the center, right? And then there's two periphery,
yes.
like tables and seats and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that bar. Wow. I've been there in a long time.
Yeah, that's a really good spot. I got a few, man. I love the Django at the Roxy, which is a jazz bar. That's a good third date.
The Roxy's cool.
The Roxy's
so
cool.
I know is that like in like when you walk in the hotel, it's kind of like what it is.
Yeah, it's the jazz club.
Yeah. All right. So I've walked through it. I've never been there, but I've walked through it.
If you really like a girl, that's a good place to bring her as like a test.
Yeah.
Because like if she vibes with the jazz, you know, you guys vibe together. It might work out.
Hell yeah.
I love Zinc Bar, which is in West Village, another jazz bar, but they don't play jazz on the weekends.
Does it have oysters?
I've been to Zinc.
Does it
I'm
have
thinking why
I've
they
only-
call
I've
it.
only- I've only
Because
drank
oysters
there.
have zinc in them, is what I'm saying.
Oh, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me at all. That's such a random, weird fact.
Yeah.
But like, shout out.
They do.
I didn't know that.
I got you guys.
But
I love oysters.
that place is still. I
damn
mean, dude,
right they do.
really, this, maybe this makes me sound like a floozy, but I've been on many and know some good spots in that regard. One more.
Yeah.
And this might be the best one. I said Jotties earlier, but this might be the best one. Art Bar.
Oh,
And
sick.
Art Bar, first of all, great espresso martinis if you're like trying to keep the night going, so like going out. But B, you got the dive bar in the front, you got the seating arrangement in the back with like the couches, the lounge area.
Yep.
It's never too packed.
Nope.
Not that expensive. Great area to be in if you want to hop around.
You can control the music on your phone as
dude,
the app.
That place like has my heart. I love it so
Art
much.
Bar is sick. It like that back room is like every like seat is like a different like it'd be like you have this chair, but then you have the
Yeah.
chair doesn't match it at all, and then like a couch right here.
It's kind of like if a thrift furniture store came to life.
I
back
agree.
there.
That's a good way to put
Yeah.
it. I was there in like December, and I was like, oh, I'm taking my friends here.
Fam,
100%.
You take a girl on a first or second date there, unless you blow it,
Yeah.
you're or like you say some fucked up shit, you'll be
Yeah,
they'll enjoy that.
It definitely is like you walk back in that back room and you're kind of like, oh, this is
Exactly.
I don't get to what are your like favorite types of bars? So you got your date spots, then you got like I'm trying to think of like another category almost, but it's like
Sure. I mean, dive bars is like the
yeah.
main,
What's the
main
best
one.
dive bar in New York City? I got you.
Oh, dude.
Top.
Holy
All right,
shit.
you can go by neighborhood if you
Can I
want.
get another one?
Yeah, that's for you.
Oh, here you
Yo,
go, bro.
I'm
I
gonna
got
go.
you. Can I get another one?
Gracias. I'm gonna go. All right. No particular order.
You got another one for yourself?
Yeah.
Sunny's in Red Hook
Never been.
is fucking incredible. They have a good outdoor space. It's like right on the water. In the summer, that place is an absolute vibe. And right around the corner is Hometown Barbecue, which is the best barbecue in New York City.
Hometown
Like,
I've been there.
barbecue's Fire.
hands down, the best barbecue in New York
Yeah, I've
City.
been there.
Absolute
I
fire.
didn't eat though. I got a drink. My friends ate prior to me getting there.
Can you write these down, by the way?
No,
Can you
I'll
make, like, a
Just,
list?
just look at my TikTok, baby.
No, just
No,
watch.
that's too much.
Just
Okay,
watch the
yeah, I got you.
bro.
I got
just
you, I
just
got you.
watch the podcast.
Not for me, for the people. For the
No, we'll watch.
people.
They have to watch the
All right,
podcast.
all right.
If you do it on Instagram,
We'll do a
I'll
link.
put together a list and do a carousel on
There you go.
Instagram.
There we go.
There we
Yeah,
go.
smart.
Okay, so you got Jimmy's Corner in Midtown, which is just debauchery, but like old man like drinking at the bar debauchery, you know?
Got you.
Like conversations.
So do you enjoy like talking to those random old men
Dude,
strangers?
so much.
Oh, see, I'm like I don't really feel like talking
I
to you.
can't wait to be them.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Oh, I
Right
want to
there.
say
Can't
young
wait to-
forever.
I can't wait to be twice divorced, like sitting at the bar, just like slowly killing myself with my
Happy-
with my pickled liver.
Oh my god.
God, I hope I'm not sending my mom the link to this podcast.
Happy as fucking broke.
Mom, they just deleted it.
Jimmy's Corner is fantastic. I really enjoy Ace Bar in the East Village, which
I know that one.
upscale dive, but right down the street is also Sophie's, which I thoroughly enjoy. 169 Bar.
I've been there.
Yeah,
Where's
love.
that? Why have I been
169
there?
Lower East Side, like on near like almost Chinatown.
Yeah. I've definitely
I
been
was
there.
there, I think, last weekend.
Yeah, that
Was
place,
I there with you one time? I
that
must
place
have.
absolutely rocks. Let's see what else, man. I love Corner Bistro in West Village. I love
Yes.
Broadway Dive in Morningside Heights, Cronin and Phelan's in Astoria. Shit, man. I mean, the list really does go on and on. You want to talk Williamsburg? I love Rockarola. I love Teddy's, which is like a bit more upscale. You got the Levy and Skinny Dennis, which
I
are
know
right
the
next
Levy.
to each other. Those places rock. My ex-girlfriend used to live like right in between those two, so we go there all the time. Dude. The list really goes on and on. Like I'll give you like Capri Social Club in Greenpoint is another good one.
Oh, we got to go there.
An area in which I am looking to explore more because my friend, like I made this kind of like new friend and we've like really hit it off and he lives there is I haven't done enough like Bushwick exploring because for people that like don't know New York and they like hear the word Bushwick,
You live there.
the shit is kind of far from Manhattan. Like it's not the easiest place to get to. You take the JMZ fine, but like you got to kind of venture out. So I'm looking to like really do some bar hopping around there and get some good spots.
Great bars, great food.
Yeah.
Jupiter
great,
Disco.
Great music.
See, I've never even heard of Jupiter Disc.
Jupiter
It's
Disco.
near the Mirage, which is in Bushwick, right? Is Mirage in
Yeah,
Bushwick?
yeah.
It's literally like
Yeah,
after
I'm on
Mirage. If
Garden.
you're like, I want to keep my party going, you go into Jupiter Disco, you walk in, crazy.
Jupiter Disco is where you go after you want to keep the party going.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I think I've walked past that place from. I think I actually know what you're talking about now. Yeah,
It's close to Mirage.
Yeah.
I've been there twice.
Yeah. And then there's Nowadays. Been to Nowadays?
I have been to Nowadays.
I heard that place is wild.
Dude,
I don't think I've ever been.
Want to hear some wild shit?
Yes.
I went 50 days sober in the summer to try to save my relationship that ended. And
wait. We'll get back to that.
We'll get back
why
to
you
that.
did that after
Went to
this.
Nowadays until 3 a.m. sober.
Wow.
And I still had a blast.
Impressive.
So I've been there drunk. I've been there sober. That place, testimonial, one of the most fun spots, especially obviously when it's good out, like nice out.
Yeah.
All right. So what happened in your relationship where you were like, yo, I'm facing this ultimatum where I need to go 50 days sober to save this?
Wasn't an ultimatum, man. It was, I felt as though I was a very, very anxious person. I've largely been an anxious person for my entire life. I've been in therapy for a long time. And what made me so anxious in this relationship was she did not want to fully commit to like being a full ass like couple. She was a bit older. She was 30 at the time.
How old were you?
I was 26 at the time. And man, it just like, I call it a relationship because we were exclusive to each other for about 9 months. But that was the first time I had ever felt anything for a girl, like a significant other. Anything beyond kind of like the drunk love, like real shit. And so a lot of my anxiety kind of lived within that. Does she want me? Does she not want me? We broke up once in May. We got back together in July. So there was
there
just
another
like,
guy?
So she went on this 50-day road trip. And that's when I did my 50 days sober, because I was like, if I can stay strong during these 50 days, when she comes back, she'll want me.
Yeah. Hey.
Essentially.
Use as motivation. You thought to do something that would improve your life.
But that seemed like it was for you. It was
for
her.
Here was the thing. I was going way, way, way too hard. So that was part of it. But also part of it was, okay, I want to try to rectify this as much as possible. A lot of my anxiety lives in my usage of alcohol and substances.
Sure.
Let me see if I can just eradicate that from my life for a little bit and see what her like kind of feelings towards that are, because she drank and she like went out and she likes to have a good time. She's largely extroverted, as am I, and that's why I was able to like go out when I was sober. But that sober period did not teach me much, which was surprising to me. It wasn't, my mother's 3.5 decades sober said, you got to go 180 days to like really feel it. Which is 6 months. That's like to like really for your brain to like get normal. And, past 50 days. And when she came back and we like kind of started going, getting back together and things like that, I felt a relief. And I was like, okay, like I feel good. I feel mentally prepared for this again. I think that she will want to kind of engage with me again and maybe we can give this another go. And it ended not because of that reason. It's because there was another guy, which sucks.
Ah, man, sorry to hear that.
Bummer. Yeah,
which isn't your fault, because you know what, dude? I've learned in this quick time, like you're the man. So like, keep doing it. Don't let not that you have let it, but
dude, yeah,
don't let that deter you from like being yourself and like.
Oh no, man! Lessons were learned. I'm a big proponent of like you don't take L's. You're like L's or lessons, shit like that.
Yeah, good
whatever like Young Thug has said in a song. And that was like good. It was a good learning lesson. I really appreciate her. Like I love that she was in my life for that period of time, and she was really good, especially during the pandemic, like when we couldn't do shit. So yeah, no, man, there's no hard feelings towards her. What I will say, dude, New York City dating, like how long were you guys single here?
29 years.
4 years.
Okay, so you're new.
I'm new.
You're new, and you've been in a relationship for...
I had a girlfriend for like a year in like 2016 or some shit.
Okay.
And then I was single for all that time until July 2021.
Gotcha. I mean, dude, it's definitely two-sided with me. Like, I'll be interested in a girl, then I won't. I'll like go on a first date with a girl and like maybe it's the drinks talking, but like I'll be like, yeah, let's do it again. And then like shit just fizzles. Dating in New York City is incredibly chaotic, but also incredibly fun. but also you are dealing with a city in which people are very, very success driven, very career driven, right? Love life, family, that's not first priority ever. So when you prioritize your love life in New York City, you're almost doing yourself a detriment and a disservice because not very, very, very few people are on that same wavelength at all. So
I'll give you that. Even I would even go as far as to say that a lot of people put their friends before their love life too.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, try like getting a girl out on a date on a Friday night or Saturday night is non-existent.
Bad idea.
You don't do that. It's a bad idea in the first place, but it's also like they're mobbing with their friends. Like they're
100%.
not gonna dedicate a first date to a weekend night.
No.
You know?
That's not a wise way to date in New York City.
No.
And if a girl's not going out on one of those nights, it's like she just wants to chill. She wants to wake up early, go to her fucking workout class.
Sure. But I'm sure in Fargo, North Dakota,
Fridays are probably the shit for dates.
That's probably the dopest day to go out.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, it's such a dating here is starting to give me more headaches. But I also at the same time have a lot of fun with it because I am very extroverted. I do love meeting new people. Some dates turn strictly into friends. Some, maybe I start seeing them a little bit and we go our separate ways, but it's very cordial. Others might be a bit harder. But I've found that it's so difficult to find someone that isn't relationship phobic, commitment phobic. And that is definitely including myself as someone who has largely been commitment phobic.
I used to think I was. And then you kind of just find one that you're like, oh shit, the phobia, that feeling of I don't want to commit to this is like, just doesn't exist kind of.
Yeah. And what kind of fucked me up is I found that and then I got hurt. So now it's like kind of, restarting.
You have a scar.
Right?
You got a scar.
Yeah,
right?
I got a scar.
Chicks dig scars, bro.
That's what I've heard, man. That's what I've heard. Sadly, it's on my pubes. So no, that was a joke.
I'm sure it is.
No, she took a razor to my area.
She tried. We cut her down.
But no, man, it's, but it's just like mentally, I'm attempting to get over that. Like therapy has helped, but here's a really good quote that I saw recently. And it's literally not even a fucking quote. If it's not fuck yes, it's fuck no.
Deal.
And how fucking true is that?
Yeah, for sure.
Incredibly true. Like with your girlfriend, with your girl, Fran, what was it where it was like, fuck yes?
Not
to put you on the spot.
No, it's fine. That's fine. I had met her through a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Which I had tried everything before that, apps, everything that you could possibly try to do. And I knew that I needed to find someone through a friend of a friend because I needed to know that someone else is gonna have to vouch for them. That's not gonna be me.
Best way to do it.
I'm not gonna let some piece of technology be like, okay, this is good. This algorithm says you guys are good. It's like I don't jive with that. I just don't feel that. When I met her on the rooftop of our friend's apartment, she smiled, and I was like, fuck yeah.
That's a good first
thing
but
that's what it was, and I felt that like immediately. It was just the smile. And she had like all of her friends around her too. And she had this like aura or persona about her that was just kind of, it attracted me to that.
Sure.
It was fuck yes. I'm gonna go find out. I'm gonna go figure this shit out. Then she didn't like me. So I had to get over that.
Curveball.
Yeah.
Okay.
I witnessed it.
Yeah. So she didn't actually like me for a while. So it took her a while for her to have that fuck yes moment.
Were you attempting to go on dates with her? Were you
trying?
trying?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like hitting up the friend, being like, "Yeah, what the fuck?" Like,
yeah. I mean, I didn't want to overuse that because I had before with the same friend and her other friends.
I thought you went like straight to the source. You just kept asking her to hang out.
So I did. So I learned from that, and I also learned too from asking the friend, who I won't say. Well, that's Caroline, whatever.
Yeah, Caroline Berry.
Shout out Carol, baby.
Yeah, it's best. But I didn't want to keep. Number one, it was like I don't want to bother you. Number two, it's like you're doing this because you're like, not to sound like a man, but like you're a man. Like you need to go right to the source. Like don't puss out about it. Yeah. So I just started hitting her up, and it wasn't like aggressive or nuts, but it was definitely like it was if I didn't hear from her, then I would hit her up again. and it would be an excuse for anything.
Yeah.
It was like, do you want to get dinner? No. Okay. Do you want to hang out? No. Okay. And then she actually initiated the first kind of sort of hangout because she had this other group of friends. Caroline was going away. It was perfect. So she invited me to this going away party. So I went to the going away party. And then I actually snuck a kiss on her. And it was still a no. And then a couple of weeks later, she invited me to hang out with her friends. So I became friends with her friends.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, he's part of the crew.
Did you think you were friend zoned at the time?
I was 100%.
I thought he was friend zoned for sure.
I was 100% friend zoned.
I mean, it seems as though that was the case. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But I just kept asking her. And then finally, I asked her to go on a date, and she said no again. And I was like, all right, look, I'm not going to ask anymore. But can you just give me a good reason? I was like, I don't get it. I don't know why you keep saying no. And she was like, I just am not ready. And I was like, well, when will you be ready? Like, I just kept
Right.
and then I convinced one of her other friends to be like, you can go on a date with this guy. It's okay. It's okay. And then she finally did. And then she was like, okay, you're actually very cool. But it was all superficial at first.
Sure.
So, and like very discouraging. But I've been discouraged in the past. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to stop.
I mean, persistence pays off there, man.
Unless she was like, listen, this is fucked up, but like I didn't know any other way. So it was like, if you don't stop, then I'm not going to talk to you ever again. And I wouldn't want that. So like, that was the only way I was going to say, all right.
I think that like the way you approach that is very interesting because many people I think would have given up.
Oh, dude.
I think a lot of people
99.9% of people might have given up. And that's a trait that is so persistent in New York is like where you are persistent. Maybe you guys hang out a few times, yada, yada, but then it just fizzles. It just doesn't go that way. And you knew, I think probably deep down, she knew that you wanted her. Obviously not even deep down, but like just actually.
Yeah.
But deep down, she was flattered by the persistence and she knew that you would have her back and that you would like.
But I also had her friends because I became friends with her friends and she was already friends with my friends. And that's
big.
That's what the apps I don't think offer.
Sure. Yeah.
Is the buffer.
Well, that's what Hinge was initially invented to do. It was Hinge was initially you only saw people you're mutually friends with on Facebook.
Really?
That's what Hinge. That's
Okay,
like I guess that's what the Hinge was.
But that's like who are you actually friends with on Facebook.
But then it changed.
Yeah.
It had
also,
to compete.
who the fuck uses Facebook anymore?
Exactly. Well, back then it was like 2015, 2014.
Yeah, my racist uncle who like shows Breitbart articles.
Yeah, he's on there.
Russian bots.
Yeah. Dude, it's I mean, what I will say about New York City dating, man, is that I've been very discouraged in it and I've felt very good in it at the same time. I think that's dating in general, but in New York City, man, there's just such this ecosystem of success-driven people, especially if you are in a traditional 9-to-5.
Yeah.
Right. But even not like, the artistic girl in Bushwick is not going to prioritize like a first date over her friends or
even her art, dude. Honestly, even more so, I think.
Yeah. It's just very interesting and it makes complete sense. And I'm actually a fan of it as someone who's pretty success driven and career driven. And that's really what I love about New York is the hustle of it, but it does breed itself to a bit of the toxicity in the dating pool, but also, a lot of fun in it, but chaos at the same time. It's just a strange phenomenon.
I think it's navigating that chaos and really being able to stick to your guns. I think that if you're dating and you're not having a lot of success dating, then there are tweaks that you try to make to your personality or how you say things, and I think that that's the wrong way because someone eventually is going to come down the line that's going to be flattered by the fact that you're a stubborn bastard.
Someone's going to like you for you.
Exactly. Right, yeah. And your style's going to work for someone.
It's going to happen.
And
100%.
That's what I stuck to. And that's what I think makes this relationship that I have so special. And I don't know, man. I don't think there's anything that's going to break it, That's
something that I've learned and that I'm still trying to instill within myself because I largely, for the majority of my life, and still really am a people pleaser. You know, I think it's human nature to want everyone to like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But that's not going to happen. Right. Especially in dating.
Then honestly, the better you are at stuff, the more, people aren't going to like you. No one hates on the fucking person who sucks at everything. They hate on the people who are better than them. Yeah, a threat.
Yeah. Except like in middle school where they'll shove you in a locker.
That's
for being
different.
Quiet and
but as you get older, like they only hate on people who are, might be better than them.
Yeah, man. It's just, that's like what you said is like a very big thing for me now is like, do not compromise yourself for what you think someone would want.
Can't do it.
100%.
That is a big thing and something I'm learning. Look, man, like I am, attracted to someone. We go on a date. We have a good time. Again, maybe it's the drinks talking. But, we go on the second date, going well, the whole thing. But it's just like you don't have like that,
Yeah.
And so sorry if like the snaps mess up the
you're good.
microphone.
No, you're good.
But, and it's like, here's where your ego is, right? It's either you keep going because she's hot. Or like
because you want her to like you,
or like maybe you can get laid, or you want her to like you. That's where the ego really is. Or you say, "Look, I don't see a future here. This isn't for me. I don't feel that spark." And putting your ego aside and putting your brain first. You know the new TikTok trend, like "Thinking with my dick," the Kevin Gates song. Yeah. Throughout your 20s, I feel like guys largely do that, and that's fine. But I personally am attempting to stop doing that because that has led me astray in my fake emotions towards someone,
Doesn't mean you don't go for someone who's attractive though.
No.
But you do listen to that I think you said it perfectly. That date too, like, oh, this isn't going as like smoothly as last one. Like this isn't quite like the match made in heaven that I may have thought it up to be. And it's like getting out of the way of like, oh, I dreamt of like this like awesome scenario with this person. But like, it's not it. You got to realize when it's not it. And like, I've been there where it's like, you think someone's great. And then you're like, oh, this date kind of sucked. But you just want them to like you. So you kind of keep going.
Everyone wants someone to like them, right? And your ego always takes a hit when someone doesn't.
Yeah.
The good news about New York, and this is why dating's fun here, there are millions of
millions,
people
dude.
Here.
There's an endless. It might as well be infinite because you'll never get through every person.
I mean, you'll see 5 girls a day that you would get on one knee and marry just based on sight.
Hey, not me. Yeah. Just one. Oh God, I better block that
Stevie
out.
boy. But yeah, man. I mean, God, we just went on like a huge dating in New York City tangent. But it's
good.
It's true.
That's
I
good.
mean, as someone who's just like navigating this right now, and you two are both like in relationships, it's it's good to get the perspective of two people within them, and also. I'm sure you guys are wondering like what it's like out there in the jungle as well, and it's
I mean, it's only
not
been
in that
a year.
way, not in that way.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean, like not wondering like that, but a different perspective.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not actively wondering, but it is like you remember certain things, like listening to you, like that is true about it.
Yeah,
and like what was I gonna say? I mean. I think you'll find someone like when you're ready to find someone. Like there was years when I was literally like, I'm not ready. It's not even like I was like faking to myself where I was not ready. It's like when I finally became ready, like it doesn't happen too long after that. Like when you like know you're ready, like kind of done with this shit for a little bit and like you'll find it.
I thought I was ready like with my initial relationship, and I've like gone through it's been a long period of like consistently dating, and now I think like I could be ready again. Like I've mentally prepared myself for something like that. And
how did you meet?
TikTok.
30-year-old.
TikTok. She was one of my like first 2,000 followers maybe, and she was an actress on a show.
Oh. What show?
That I recognize. I'd rather not say. Just because you'd be like, oh,
really? And would I know who she is?
Maybe not, but if I told you the show and I told like you'd be like, okay, like if you were to look at the IMDb,
you could say it right now and I'll.
But we met on TikTok, and I saw her follow me, and I thought she was very cute, and I was like, why not? I'll shoot her a DM. I'll just be like, hey, you rock. I also recognize her. She was in a show that I had watched previously. I was like.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool like thing. And she was like, hey, I just like moved to New York. Like, thank you for your background on history and things like that and the things and I was just like, shoot my shot, let's go get a socially distanced coffee, walk, yada yada. Started from there and then blossomed and then and then wilted.
Dude, that's kind of fucking crazy. Like you knew, so you had recognized who this person was before.
Yeah, and
then you ended up dating them.
Yeah,
that's kind of fucking wild.
It was cool, man. I mean, and what I will say about TikTok, in it has expanded my dating pool a little bit in the way that I now get like recognized when I'm out or like recognized on the internet, or like maybe they'll follow me on Instagram, or maybe I'll follow them and I DM them or they DM me. Like it's created kind of like, it's taken a wall down on myself to where I don't feel anxious in approaching like internet people.
Oh yeah.
Because I have like a bit of value within like this app. Mm-hmm. And largely like my dates now come from TikTok, like no Hinge, in person too, like friends of friends, which is easily the best way to do it. But I have no shame in talking to people on the internet. If we're just friends, great. If it turns into something else, great. If it's just one date and we say fuck you to each other, great. Whatever. Like I just am such a big fan of meeting people in general and just being social and out there with people that I don't have any shame in.
That's great.
And that there alone is going to set you up. I wouldn't
100%.
worry about previous relationships or anything like that. If you're continually looking for that next thing, it's knowing when it's good enough to stop. That's when you gotta.
Right.
That's the next hard thing.
How many dates do you've been on through TikTok?
10 plus,
12
plus.
That's pretty dope.
I mean, and I've been on the app since September 2020 and have been able to like quickly, gain a lot of New York City following. So like, that's the thing is like, it's very concentrated, right? So when I'm burping,
happens to me.
We'll cut that out.
That was beautiful.
Cut that out.
No, we're leaving it.
It's been a very interesting phenomenon. I heard Andrew talk about this on your podcast where you asked him, do you get recognized? And I make like bar content, like nightlife content. It's every single time I'm out now. So, which is great for free drinks and it's cool for like social, like credibility, but it's also weird as fuck. Like I'm not used to that at all.
It's a little taste of fame.
Yeah, and I definitely like I've never like seen a girl come up to me and then like hooked up with her or brought her back. Like that's never happened. I'm usually very cordial.
No NDAs?
Like, no NDAs. Man, dating in New York.
Do you ever go on dates where the girl does not recognize you?
Oh yeah. I go on. Yes.
So what's it like when they?
Yes.
So what's it like when they do? Do they then find out that you're on TikTok, or do you bring it up?
I don't bring it up initially.
Yeah.
Ever. If they ask what I do and like they like inquire deeper, like into like hobbies, things like that, I'll be like, I, make like sometimes some internet videos on like New York City stuff and things like that.
You'd be lying if you said you didn't.
Well, I'd just be, it would be untruthful in what I'm passionate about and what I spend my time doing.
And you want them to get to know you, so why not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm not going to hide that from them. I've gone on dates where like I have to preface before the date I'm going on tonight, I had to be like, yo, my name is Chris, not Nigel, because I met her on the internet.
Yeah.
Right. So that's like that aspect of it is interesting.
Has anybody ever been like, oh, no date then?
No. Because I mean, if you're that like beat up about a name, like
I'm just joking.
If you're that beat up about a name, I probably don't want to go on a date with you either.
I'm not. This isn't me like dissing your name at all.
When I heard your name was Chris, I almost walked the fuck out.
I was like, what's the point of doing this?
Who is this catfish?
I don't want to do podcasts with a Chris.
Yeah.
Dude, are people ever like, oh wow, like I'm not dissing your name at all, but like, are people ever like, oh, I'm glad your name's not Nigel Roxbury? Just because that's like kind of like a not normal name.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a common name at all.
Dude, it's so fucking funny. So I was out last weekend and I was out with this girl who I met on TikTok and we went out as like a group. Like, so I had my friends, she had her friends. We had met before, but she was like, yo, I'm so glad your name's not Nigel because in bed that would be a very difficult name to do. And
then you knew you were getting laid.
Nigel.
That's when you know you're getting laid.
That
Yeah,
would
you know what I mean? It sounded like she was
right
like-
over my head. I'd be like, what are you talking about?
We're not having sex. I'm Catholic.
No, yeah, I'm definitely Mormon out here. Shout out Presidente beer.
Yeah.
No, but it's it's never. It's always like comedic, man. I always turn it into just us like. I just say like, look, I make music. I didn't want my real name on it at the time because I feel as though my name isn't conducive like to like a rap name.
Chris
at all.
Hirsch? Chris Mersch?
Chris Merch.
Chris
Yeah.
Merch. That's got, dude, merch, bro. Merch is literally the fucking
Well, everyone
thing.
calls me Church because CH Urch. There you go.
say,
Yeah, you just combine the.
That kind of is a
The
ring to it.
S and the Chris could be a money sign.
Yeah.
on it.
Damn.
We're on it.
We're on
Wow.
we're on my second rap career right
Branding.
now.
Do you freestyle rap?
I can, yeah.
Yo, what would you say the most underrated bar in New York City is? Actually, no. Let me start with this. What would you say the most overrated bar is in New York City? I feel like it's way easier to do.
Overrated bar in New York City, the Spaniard.
Yeah?
Yeah, the Spaniard.
I was
Nice.
out there on that nice day 2 Sundays, March 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, honestly, the bathroom was sick. I remember saying that. But okay, I'll give you that.
It's all right. Here's the thing: the Spaniard was cool once upon. I'm not that I'm like the arbiter of like what the fuck is cool. You know what I'm saying?
No, but like that's part of the shit you say on the internet.
Here's what.
I didn't mean that as like a diss, but like,
no.
it wasn't a diss.
Here's what
I don't
happened.
know
Here's
if it
exactly.
was a
I'll
diss.
tell you exactly what happened. That place like hasn't been open for very long. Like 2018, 2019, it was cool because no one fucking knew about it. No one would go. It was like you could sit at a table, you could sit at the bar, have a conversation, have a good time. It was like a date spot, right? Then NYU kids with fakes started going there. The bouncers, I know this for a fact, the ownership allowed it. Bouncers got very lax, it got very young and crowded on weekends. And then we'd all be like, what the fuck? Like, like the people that had gone there and kind of knew like the residents of that area around there. Like I had a friend that lived on Barrow Street, right?
Probably.
In Westville. And we would go there like pretty frequently. And then it just became like too packed, too crowded. And now it's like a staple of kind of the West Village, like scene-y crowd. And I don't know, just not my vibe. Like I'd much rather go to like Tavern on Jane, Corner Bistro, WXOU Radio right around there. Even
Ooh, I love that.
WXOU Radio rocks.
Yeah.
Like
I've never
even
been there.
White Horse.
It's cool.
It's a good spot. Even White Horse Tavern, which has also gotten pretty yuppie, but is like has so much history that I can't like relinquish it.
The pandemic ruined the West Village
The
Wow.
West Village.
because it stayed open.
Yeah.
Why?
The West Village,
Why'd
man.
that have to go
People
into
say
it?
it's the new Murray Hill. I still love it there.
Ooh.
I really do. I really do still love the West Village, but I can see the Murray Hill-ification of it.
It's because it's like what I think it's like the children of wealthy people have moved there.
It's the wealthy transplants. It's NYU and their fake IDs that can get in anywhere because they're hot. And they have money. And it's become cool. You know, like when I moved to Hoboken, even we all knew West Village was the shit.
Same.
We all knew it was where to go, right? So you keep hearing that if you're in California, if you're in Chicago, if you're in Austin, if you're in Seattle, and you're coming to New York, that's where you're gonna go.
Brooklyn's next, bro, because everyone kind of thinks Brooklyn's cool. Now everyone's gonna be
Hey
like,
man,
"Yeah,
here's the thing about
Brooklyn."
Brooklyn, right? Is like Williamsburg, bad rep based on gentrification, right? I love it here, and I think
You think it has a bad rep?
bad rep might not be the right word. Largely gentrified, 1,000,000%, especially towards the water. I think around here, I think East Williamsburg will continue to get gentrified, which is technically Bushwick. It just like got that name because real estate agents wanted to say that. I think it will continue to get gentrified. However, I still think that there are good pockets in Williamsburg where you can still get the $3 beer at the dive bar, right? You can still go see live music for no cover. You can still roam around and bar hop and not spend a pretty penny, and it's all open. I love like what you guys got around here.
Great
Like-
neighborhood.
Like past what is that, the BQE?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Past the BQE, like that is where you guys are right now.
love it.
Approaching Greenpoint, I really like.
So like, say New York just becomes like basically over gentrified. It kind of loses its magic. Do you know of any other like cities that might be like the next? Not counting like ones that are already like known as big ones. Like everyone knows Austin's a great one. Nashville, blah 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 blah.
No, so like being from Austin and Los Angeles, I would actively say don't go there right now.
Yeah.
Austin is getting largely gentrified is the wrong word. A lot of transplants are coming in. Things are changing there. It's starting to lose its weirdness.
Any
and,
cool
like, kinda-
place gets
kinda
flooded
cool.
by like
Exactly,
the normies
yeah.
and ruins it. Even
Yeah.
restaurants all that shit.
Here's the thing, man, is that I don't travel enough within the continental United States to like really know too much. What I will say, I have a few favorite cities in the United States. New Orleans is absolutely number one. I love that place to death. But then you got to contend with the weather. You got to contend with hurricanes. You got to contend with violent crime. You know, there's a lot of like, you know, every place has a yang, the yin to the yang.
Facts.
Never been to Nashville. I can't speak to it. Florida can go fuck itself.
Yeah.
Austin's great. Don't go there right now. Like wait for it to become uncool and then like cool again, you know?
Yeah.
These things are fucking cyclical. I've heard Denver's pretty dope.
I bet Denver's on the cusp of not being cool.
Denver's 100% on the cusp.
Because
I got one.
Yeah?
Charleston.
But dude, I've been to Charleston a million times.
Charleston's dope.
I was just hanging out with multiple people from South Carolina that said, don't fucking go to Charleston.
It's because
Really?
I think it's under the same thing as the other like cool cities. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
beautiful.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, they said
My sister went to
they
school
said
there. I've
it's
been there.
just as expensive as New York City to go out, not necessarily to live, but to go out. Old country club communities and that attitude still like it's not very like welcoming or open. History's cool there, I've heard, which is like a pro.
It's very aesthetically
Dude, you're in
pleasing.
the South. You're still in the South. It is the South there.
I heard Fayetteville, Arkansas is an upcoming city.
That is the come on.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it one time.
South,
I've
bruh.
never even heard of this.
Oh,
place.
well,
That's where University of Arkansas is.
yeah, I think like they're trying. Like I think Amazon's moving something there. Like they're trying to build it up. Is what I'm saying.
Here's the thing, dude.
But dude, a cool city has to come out of somewhere because it's not being California.
It's New York City or bust, in my opinion. I think as a 20-something, you are doing yourself a disservice in the United States to not live in New York City.
I agree with that.
Chicago, I've heard is great.
Yeah, I've never been.
I've heard great
Feels overrated
things.
though. Feels overrated.
Been
Too
visited,
cold.
great, fun as fuck. Live there, no, but I've heard that people love living there. My brother and sister-in-law live in Seattle. I personally had a fantastic time there. I love it. It's very pretty. Community, it's not very wide, so like the communities you can kind of like bounce to a little bit. And it's, you know, I had a great time there. There's a really good like going out and drinking culture there as well. Again, New Orleans.
I need like warm weather, but yeah, New Orleans definitely seems like a dope place to visit. Would I feel like an outsider there? Most definitely.
Go to New Orleans early spring, so like right around this time, or later fall when it's not hurricane season and it's not that hot, and you'll have a blast.
I feel like later fall is the
I
move.
love New Orleans.
New Orleans is
I don't remember anything, but
New Orleans is maybe the one place in the U.S. I'd move to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I love it
I
so
might
much.
check.
Speaking of dive bar culture.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It seems
yeah.
like it's a one big dive bar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin.
That's dope.
My cousin lived in a barn there. I mean, he rented the barn out. It wasn't like
within the city, like
yeah.
within what quarter was he in?
Yeah, French.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's a
because they're all
horse.
like converted as
Yeah.
like stables. Yeah.
So he lived above, like he lived in like the stable house.
That's amazing,
It's
man.
insane.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was all wood. It was shitty. It was awful, but it was great. at the
But
same
that's
time.
what makes
Yeah,
it
but
great.
You don't stay at home when you go to New Orleans.
Yeah.
When you live there, you're out at all
Right.
times.
All right, you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
So that camera just went out, but now it's back on. Interesting. No, it's out.
No, it's
I
out.
bought a memory card today. It's fucking.
no, it's fine.
My goal of this podcast is to get someone to fucking produce it, so who can edit it
Yeah.
and who can make sure all this shit works. Because like then I could do $1 million a week.
Sure,
You know what I mean?
sure,
Like I
sure.
edit
Yeah,
this
yeah.
myself. It takes fucking hours. I'm still editing the one from last week.
It's very DIY right now.
That's how
This
we
one-
got it. That's
This
the
one
goal.
might you might have to edit this one a decent amount. Not because I'm saying edit it. I feel like we've gone like tangentially in so many different
No,
directions.
No,
That's how it
that's
goes.
fine.
That's how it goes?
I
Okay,
think
okay.
everything you said was like linear and like
Yeah.
very consumable.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters. We've had someone on this podcast before where like they just talked the whole time
Yeah.
and we were just like,
Yeah, I
and
couldn't even keep.
I
my eyes
didn't
on it.
post it.
man.
I didn't post it.
Couldn't even keep my
Yeah,
eyes
It
on
was weird. After I was just like, I
almost threw up.
feel like sick. Yeah.
You feel dizzy. Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah.
yeah, I was like tired, but like wired. It was weird. This,
Yeah.
I'm like, I know everything you said. I think you've given great information. So like, no,
Yeah.
I wouldn't sweat it at all.
That freestyle though.
Yeah. And dude, I was
Not
glad we
sure
had
about
freestyle.
that one.
It's all good. It's all
We'll
good.
do it. We'll you know what we could do? We could cut it out and then on Saturday.
No, it wasn't too long. I'll leave it in. But yeah, we should freestyle on Saturday too.
Yeah, so-
If you do come to the
What
party,
time's the party? I'm down.
5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7.
We're trying to.
I don't really know. I don't really
It's
know.
at 5, 6,
I'll let
7.
Is it a party into going out?
That's the goal.
Okay,
I was
gotcha,
getting to it around 4, but then my roommate was like, "I feel we should get people
Hey,
to go
got
out
some
after."
cute girls coming, by the way. too.
Yeah, it'll be a great spot.
Oh, word.
And my
saying.
girlfriend's coming. She'll
just
recognize. She knows who you are from TikTok.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean,
that's how I found you. I think
I would love to. I have no plans as of now. I'm actually, you know what's funny is that
you're going another date on Saturday, aren't you?
I got a day date in Williamsburg.
Bring her.
Oh, perfect. You can if she wants.
She has plans already at night. Sadly, she's mad
but that's
cute.
good for you.
I hope it goes well. It's good for me. I'm. You know what I'm doing on dates now is I'm trying not to get fucked up. so
it's definitely
it's not the liquor talking. You know.
I used to go fucked up on dates, which was
I never did that.
Yeah,
No.
I don't do that really. This is like probably the fattest pregame I've had for a date in a while.
Oh,
What is it? 2 beers?
Well, I had a.
You're gonna do great.
I had a whiskey ginger at the Richardson. I had a beer before that.
When we first started doing podcasts, I remember we would go out after, and it was so much easier to talk to people.
It's great.
Not that we have trouble, but like
post podcast,
you just feel like you're in the zone.
You're loose.
Exactly. You're used to talking.
You're
right
conversationally lubed.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you ever want to go on a date with someone, one of these people, just start a podcast. Just start a podcast. Yeah.
Thursday nights 6 to 7:30. You got a pod.
What time's your date?
That's the date. My date's. I gotta probably dip here in a second.
Yeah. Should we can wrap it up because like that camera went off and I think we got enough time in just now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wrap this shit up.
What time is it?
8:03.
Jesus.
It's 6:57.
We've been chatting.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. This went well.
This flew by. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck it. I'll throw on this song.
Ooh, that was like a.
Yeah, I never know I'm gonna go. No, this is a
ASMR.
weird ending song. I'll go with this.
Yeah, that's
I think this fits a little more. All right, man. Hey, thanks for coming on,
dude. Thanks for
you
having
had
me,
a
man.
shit ton of information in your brain.
This was a blast, and yeah, if anyone wants like a trivia partner for like Trivia Tuesday at a bar, let me know. That's where I specialize.
Yeah, dude. You got a lot of fucking information in your head.
Fun fact person. Yeah.
Yeah, you know a lot about New York City.
Yeah.
And you're not full of shit.
You're spunky.
I do be spunking.
Yeah.
I used to think that you Googled places, but now I believe that like you definitely just know
Dude,
a lot about
I'm
New York
telling
City.
you, I would feel like I couldn't do it to myself because I would feel so fraudulent in doing that.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say is that I Google places and then I go.
That's fine.
You know?
That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's smart.
Which is fine. I can't speak on something if I don't experience it myself, at least one time. Right?
Yeah.
But largely I'm going to these places multiple times, and dude, I am such a bar dive freak.
Dive bar.
It's just my
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Well, thanks for coming on, Fran. Thanks for coming as always.
Boom.
Good shit.
Oh, I gotta pee so bad.
It's all
Yeah,
good. Hey,
same.
we'll wrap this shit up.
Same.
Good stuff.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks for listening, guys. He didn't really say the F word, Mrs. Merch. He was. I put those in.